And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at Tisch Loveless Court inside the Anderson Athletic Center for tonight's women's basketball MIAA matchup between the Comets of the University of Olivet and the home team, the Kalamazoo College Hornets. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Zach Metz. Both these teams looking for their first league victory of the year. We're going to bring you the starting lineups. First up for the visitors, the Comets of the University of Olivet. First up, a senior guard from St. Clair Shores, Michigan, number 13, Julia Decker. A senior guard from Grant Township, Michigan, number 22, Lily Connolly. A junior guard from Troy, Michigan, number 34, Claire Scholes. A first-year guard from Potterville, Michigan, number 35, Kaylee Bush. And a sophomore forward from Hudsonville, Michigan, number 45, Kinsley Hatfield. Olivet is coached by Peter Sabiti. They come in with a 1-5 record, 0-2 in MIAA play. Now the starters for the Kalamazoo College Hornets. First up, a first-year forward out of Portage, Michigan, number 12, Jordan Weesaw. A junior guard out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, number 15, Jackie Brines. A first-year guard out of Cedar, Michigan, number 21, Ruby Hogan. And a senior forward from Otsego, Michigan, number 33, Kaylin Arlington. A senior guard from East Lansing, Michigan, number 44, Sarah English. Kalamazoo coached by Ryan Clark. They come in 0-6 overall, looking for their first victory. 0-2 in MIAA play. We caught up with Coach Ryan Clark before the game. We'll get you his thoughts on the upcoming game this afternoon in just a few moments. About 7 minutes away from tip. We thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoy tonight's matchup between the University of Olivet and the Kalamazoo College Hornets.
Olivet, coach, you're in a league play. You know, everything gets tougher. What are some of the things you expect to see out of your team tonight?
Well, we're hoping to come out and we show a little bit more fight than we did to start the game on Wednesday. It's been a big emphasis the last 2 days, and it should be a very competitive game for us, and one we can definitely win. And so we've been kind of bringing home the point that we got to show up every day. And so expecting a lot of energy, a lot of effort today, and see what happens at the end of the day.
Putting Wednesday aside, you guys have been really close in a lot of games, just coming up a little bit short. What do you guys got to do to get over the hump and get a victory in those closing moments?
We've been working on a lot of end-of-game scenarios and putting ourselves in those situations in practice. Just experience. A lot of it boils down to being in those situations more and more, and the more we put ourselves in those types of games, in those situations, the more comfortable we're going to get. And we've got to get one to get over the hump here, but it's got to be our mindset and just being able to handle that pressure at the end of the game.
You've got a lot of two-sport athletes on your team. Obviously means you probably get them a little bit later with the fall seasons. But what are some of those things that, you know, like Ruby and Brittany, some of the two-sport athletes have brought to your team?
Yeah, I mean, they bring a different perspective. I mean, they've got some ability and some athleticism that maybe some of the other girls don't necessarily have, but they brought a competitiveness with them to practices every day, and that's really elevated our overall energy every day in practice. And that's hoping that starts to pay off here as we continue to play together and kind of gel here as a unit.
Appreciate the time, Coach. Good luck tonight.
No problem.
not be tolerated during today's game. As always, we remind you to be loud, be proud, and be positive. At this time, we invite everyone to stand. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. Join Brenda as we honor our country with the singing of our national anthem.
Olivet in the red. They got the letters and numbers in white. Checkered stripe down each side of the shorts and shirts. Kalamazoo in their home whites. They got the orange shoulder. The letters, numbers in orange outlined in black, black stripe down the side Rob Stanaway, Tim Swain, Randy Reese, our officials this afternoon. W. Jordan Weesaw and Kinsley Hatfield will jump to get us underway. We're underway. Hornets will control first possession. It is Ruby Hogan, the freshman, initiating the offense. Over on the wing to Jackie Brines. Over to Sarah English. They move it back to Brines, being defended by Lily Connolly. Trying to find Hogan on a cut, turns it over. Early steal from Julia Decker. Turnovers have plagued the Hornets all year. They're averaging 28 a game. Nice kick out to Kaylee Bush. Stopped by English, and then through the hands of Clara Scholes. Mid-range stop, now out Hatfield, a three. That's no good. First shot of the game for either team, no good. A three from Hatfield. Hogan the rebound, bringing it the other way. Hogan the leading scorer for Kalamazoo at 11.5 a game. English trying to get it to Brines on the cut. They kick it back out. Hogan really had it taken away. She'll stop and fire from the mid-range. That's no good. Connolly comes down with the rebound. Connolly, the leading scorer for Olivet, goes coast to coast and scores. First basket of the game to the Comets. Taylor Arlington steps out, gets a three, it's good. Jordan Weesaw the find, popping out off of the curl screen and giving the Hornets their first lead of the day. Arlington averaging just under 7 points a game. Bush trying to drive on English. Hatfield ran into some traffic and turns it over. Olivet averaging about 19 turnovers a game. Hornets look to push. English turns a corner, gets downhill with the right hand, finishes. Sarah English on the board with her first two of the game. The senior averaging about 10 a game. The most efficient Hornet player, leading them in both field goal percentage and three-point percentage. Most efficient as a field scorer. Decker into the paint, kick out. Hatfield moves one more. And we're going to have a defensive foul call. Brines was trying to take the charge. Instead gets whistled for the block, which will send Clara Scholes to the line for two, 5 for 7 from the charity stripe on the season. No good on the first. First quarter, 2 minutes, 19 seconds in. It is 5-2 in favor of Kalamazoo. Second one, no good. Hogan pushing quickly, gets downhill with the right, couldn't finish. Connolly the other way, tried to weave that one through Hatfield. It's going to be a turnover. Now maybe a little 2-2-1 pressure from Olivet. Trying to maybe slow down the push from the Hornets. Hogan tried to find Brines. It's going to go to Weesaw, back to Brines, who's got an angle. Count that, baby, and a foul. Decker picks up her first. Brines will get one more. 72% free throw shooter. And that free throw good. It is 8-2 Hornets. Scholes, Weesaw closed out in time. And Decker turns it over, then picks up the foul. Momentum swinging the Hornets' way in the early going. I believe that's the second foul on Julia Decker it is, and she'll have to come out of this game. Savannah Brewer, the freshman out of Ypsilanti, Michigan, comes in. Brewer's been an efficient scorer off the bench, just under 7 a game. Hogan dribbles into two. English had it tipped. Arlington tried to save it and turn it over. And you can see Ryan Clark telling the Hornets move the basketball against that press. You don't want to dribble into a trap and create free opportunities for the Comets. Connolly gets the handoff, a three, no good. Hogan races for that rebound. Hogan with their second rebound. Hornets pushing quickly. English gets by Scholes, and he's going to be fouled in the lane by Brewer. English so far aggressive, going to the rack. And they call the foul on the floor. Hogan gets it into Arlington with the left hand. Might have been tipped. Bryans is going to try and save it. It's going to be to the Comets. Both these teams, as mentioned, looking for their first league victory. Brewer driving to the baseline, a little too strong with the floater. Hogan racing the other way. We saw ahead of everyone. They leave English, steps into a three, buries it with some contact. Hornets hot early. That's their second three. English with an early 5. 11-2 lead. Scholes spinning. Try to dump it down to Bush. Up with the right and is fouled. A basket the Comets needed. Bush will shoot one. Bush will shoot one more. Excuse me. And some subs for Olivet. Hatfield and Scholes come out. Madison Bailey, the senior guard out of Buchanan, Michigan, comes in. Also the freshman forward out of Reed City, Christiana Molakinich, is in. Bush hits the free throw. 76% shooter. Kalamazoo also going to make their first sub of the game. Bring in Brittany Miller, sophomore out of Lombard, Illinois. They break the press, then get it to Weesaw. Shot might have been blocked. Save comes back the other way to Olivet. Both these teams wanting to push in this first quarter. Connolly spins, couldn't hit with the right. Hornets pushing, and English is going to travel. Turnovers, an early issue for both teams. We're about halfway through the first quarter, 3 apiece. Kalamazoo's taking advantage. They have 5 points off of Comet turnovers. Brewer on the handoff. Steps back and now going to give this thing up to Connolly. Connolly's going to step into a three, rattles off. Connolly 0 for 3 from deep. The leading scorer for Olivet with just 2 points. Arlington going to get her second look from 3, and that came up short and wide. A little bit of a scoring drought now from the Hornets. Molakinich looking for somewhere to go with it. Goes down to Bush on Weesaw. That's blocked by Weesaw. And it will stay on this end. With the shot clock at 17, they throw into Molakinich. Trying to work a little dream shake, couldn't get it. Rebounding has been fairly even. Arlington fighting for position, gets it back, comes back to the right hand and scores with the hook. 13-5 in favor of the Hornets. A deep three from Bush, that's good. Kaylee Bush, just a 20% three-point shooter, knocks that one down. Miller has it poked away by Brewer, another turnover. Brewer is going to miss that layup strong. English maybe a little bit of the intimidator badge. We saw the other way, scores near Connolly. Brian Clark trying to argue aggressively for a flop on Connolly. Bush tried to find a cut to Bush, and I was knocked out of bounds by the Horns. Olivet has not been a great three-point shooting team this year. They're just 22%. Their leading three-point shooter is Bailey, who's on the court at 38%, very high percentage. However, the remaining percentages aren't too high. Connolly, their leading scorer, shoots at just 23.8%. You would have to imagine part of that's in the high volume of shots taken. She gets it here. Brewer will stop and pop in mid-range, miss everything. And it will be Hornet basketball. It's been the shooting percentages telling the story early. Olivet is a team at 25%, Kalamazoo at 54% as some subs come in. Brian's back in. Josie Cook in for the Hornets. The sophomore forward out of Muskegon. Also, Dazier Lopez comes in as a turnover. Here comes Connolly. Leaves Brewer, fakes, stops. Working on the baseline. Bailey launches a three, that's good. The best three-point shooter for the Comets hits her first three of the night. And then Hogan trying to find Lopez, turns it over again. Bailey kicks it out. Bailey gonna get another look, try another three, that one in and out. Hogan will get the Hornets into the offense. Lopez, who came in, sophomore out of Chicago, Illinois. Bryans couldn't hit with the left. We're approaching the 2-minute mark. A nice find by Connolly, and finishing is Malakinich, and Kalamazoo going to take a timeout. 2:15 to go in the first quarter. It's Hornets 15, Comets 13. Kalamazoo with 6 turnovers as they'll have the ball out of the timeout so far, and it's been the live ball ones that have hurt. Miller gives up to Lopez. Lopez trying to find Bryans. Fortunate to get it back. She'll stop, try mid-range. Jay missing everything and out of bounds. Brewer downhill, kick out. Here comes a three on the way, no good from Ella Gafke, who just checked in. Hogan to Miller in the corner. They go back into Hogan. Hogan toes the end line, out to Bryans, one more. Lopez with an open three, that's just off to the right. Has another three for Gafke, no good, also in for Olivet. It's Ellie Baines, the freshman out of Perry, Michigan. Both teams getting ready to bring some subs in. Hogan gets into the lane, floats with the right. Couldn't quite finish. Fight for the rebound comes away to Brewer. And the Comets still can tie or take the lead. Brewer stops, floats, no good. And Miller gets this one. Cook wants it down low. They go back to Hogan to get into the offense. Cook open, a three at the top of the key. That's good. Josie Cook, the cut-in kept the defender low, and Cook pops out for an open three, averaging just over a point a game. That's her first three of the season, 1 for 3 now. Bailey on the curl. Feeds in, drawing the foul, and count the basket for Christina Molakinich.
With the bucket. Fouls on Lopez.
It's Kalamazoo going to make some subs. Lopez, Miller, and Cook come out. Arlington, we saw, and English come back in. Connolly back in for the Comets. Free throw from Molakinich. Strong, but they get an offensive rebound. Baines threw it up, couldn't get it. We stay at 17-15. English drives, going to be fouled on the way up. By the way, Cook's jumper was counted as a 2, so she does not have a three-point made on the year yet. Unfortunately, foot was on the line, which is where we stand at 17-15. English will go to the line to shoot 2. Been a 63% free throw shooter on the year, hits the first one. 14.6 to go in the first quarter. Shot clock is off. Second free throw good. Six seconds. Bailey, they're trying to draw up a three. Instead, it's going to go to the mid-range. Rattles off. Bryan's heave won't be off in time. It wouldn't have counted if it went. And so we reach the end of the first quarter here in Kalamazoo with the Hornets on top of the University of Olivet by a score of 19-15. Comets will have it to start the second quarter of play. Brewer, cross court, Connolly, catch, gets to the mid-range. They swing this around. Push, drives, kicks out, Scholes. Kick out to Brewer, here comes a three, that's too strong. Hogan again flying for the rebound. Hogan with her 7th rebound already in this game. Now the other way, we'll give it up to Brines. Brines stops, kicks out to Hogan, And a 3-second violation going to go against Kalamazoo. Ruby Hogan's stat line in her first year of college basketball, averaging 11.5 points a game, 36% both from the floor and from three, just under 80% free throw shooter, over 4 rebounds a game, over 3 assists a game. Today, she's yet to score, but she's got 7 rebounds and 2 assists. Connolly, baseline drive, kicks it out to Brewer. Brewer will stop and try another mid-range jumper, no good. Savannah Brewer now 0 for 6. And a jump ball is going to send this one to Kalamazoo. Olivet sticking with the press. Hogan caught it in a little bit of traffic. Now gives up the Weesaw. Weesaw the baseline drive, gets into the paint, gets 2 more. Weesaw the freshman with her first bucket of this one. Rather second bucket, excuse me, she's got 4 points. They try and enter to Hatfield. English able to save it. Arlington going to bring this one up. Hogan again will set up this possession. English cutting, stops, dumps it down to Brines, who had it knocked away. Hogan, Brines, nearly a turnover and then a foul called on Hatfield. First one against Hatfield. First one of the second quarter. Hornets leading at 21-15. Weesaw will inbound. And this one nearly turned over. Nearly over and back there. Brines is going to get an open 3 in the corner out of it. Misses that way too strong. Hatfield racing, beating everyone down the floor. Catches it, finishes with the right hand on the left side. Hogan dribbling into the corner, nearly into traffic. Weesaw gets it, goes up, finishes on the left side. Hornets go quickly to beat the press. Hogan falls down. Connolly can't hit from the mid-range. Connolly just 1 of 5 from the field in this game so far. Leading scorer for Olivet with just 2 points. Arlington might have tipped it to Hogan. Now Hogan goes up with the right, couldn't finish. Arlington came back down with it. No dice. Scholes will get a 3 from the wing. That's strong as well. Neither team shooting great from deep. Kalamazoo's got a good percentage. They're just 2 of 5. Comets are 2 of 10. And the Hornets hold a 6-point lead. They slow it down once more. Hogan to Weesaw on the flare screen. Here comes a 3. That's not there, and it will roll out of bounds. Possession to Olivet. As Bailey will come back in, as well as Malakinich. For Kalamazoo, Miller back in, and Cook. Bailey working off the screen, looking for a jump shot. Now Malakinich driving on Cook and a foul. I believe this is going to go against Josie Cook. Connolly, a three in the corner. That's no good. The struggles continue for Lily Connolly. Bush gets a three. That's not there either. Comets putting up a high number, just not quite there. Hogan to Brines, out to English, pump fake, gets the mid-range, was looking for Cook, and just couldn't get it there. Bailey, a three on the wing, that's good. And the Comets within 3 points. Bailey with her second three of the night, the best three-point shooter for the Comets. Cook, pump fake, threw it right to Scholes. Another Hornet turnover, that's 9. Connolly will try a long two, that's there. And Kalamazoo gonna take another timeout. Olivet within 1. We're just under halfway through the second quarter in Kalamazoo, with the Hornets leading at 23-22. Kalamazoo brings in Hannah Wickoff in for the first time. Freshman out of Denver. Weesaw gets it, turns. Trap comes, Weesaw in trouble, looking for somewhere to go with it. Wickoff cut, just couldn't hold on to it. It's another turnover for the Hornets. Olivet can take the lead here. They haven't led, I believe, since it was 2-0. Bush lost it momentarily, gets it back. Connolly, shot clock running down. Scholes lost it, turns it back over. Hogan trying to get all the way downhill. That shot blocked. Malakinich too tall and long for the shorter Ruby Hogan. I believe we're going to have a shot clock getting fixed here. Weesaw drives and a foul called. Bailey took a shot maybe to the leg. Weesaw will go to the line to shoot to. I believe the foul was on Bailey. It is. It's the second one on Bailey. Weesaw hits the first free throw. 72% free throw shooter. Two for Weesaw, and some subs. Rather, a sub for the Comets. It's Gaffke. They also bring in for the first time Madeline Terry, the freshman out of Wayland, Michigan. Hornets got a 3-point lead. And travel's going to be called. Gaffke shuffled the feet. It's the 6th Olivet turnover of this game. Brines will come in and take out Wyckoff. Arlington nearly traveled, but they did beat the press. We saw Hogan cutting, then finds Arlington. That's great offense, and 2 for the Hornets. Terry got we saw in the air. Connolly swings it over. Gaffkey. Terry for a long 3. That came up a little short. Hogan will let this roll out of bounds. Hornets will get it back as they've scored the last 4. Jordan Weesaw has quietly become Kalamazoo's leading scorer with 8 points. Arlington and English adding 7 apiece. Hogan over to Weesaw. Here comes a mid-range jumper. Going to rattle off. Connolly fighting for a strong rebound, but loses it. And then Weesaw shuffled the feet. Brewer comes back in. Brewer crossed over. Hogan hit the deck and a 3 drops for Ellie Baines, who just came back in. Comets back within 2. Hornets break the press calmly. English going to try and answer with a long 3 of her own. There it is. Sarah English from deep. It's her second 3 of the night. She's the first in double figures for either side. Comets try and answer. That's no good. Rebound Arlington. It was Gaffkey who missed that. Hogan works it back the other way. English stops. Give to Hogan. Brines looking for Arlington, gives it to her, and she shuffled her feet. That's the 12th Hornet turnover. We got 2.5 to go in the second quarter. Brewer to Gaffkey. Terry has a step on Brines, tried to finish with the right, couldn't do so. Brines, English, a transition 3, buries it again. Sarah English, her third 3 of the night. It's an 8-point game. Brewer gonna try and answer immediately, no good. Loose ball, Hornets. Brines tripped up, no whistle still, and then a jump ball I believe is gonna be called. As we're about to get full hockey subs for the Comets. There is one down. With 1:50 left, I believe that's Malakinich down. Olivet's going to go back to their original 5 starters. Connolly, Hatfield, Scholes, Bush, and Decker back in after picking up 2 quick fouls. Malakinich will walk off the floor. It'll be Comet basketball off the jump ball. Fresh shot clock for Olivet. Scholes drives, kicks out, Decker. Back out, Decker. We saw steps in front, hits the steal. Then finds Hogan. Hogan trying to find multiple cutters. Turns it over. And a foul is going to be called. English got a little too handsy. It'll be the second one against Sarah English with 1:23 to go. In the first half, Miller will come take her out. Olivet with a box set. Scholes, open three. In and out, Bush the offensive rebound up and foul by Miller. And she will go to the line, shoot two. Minute 18 to go. First free throw good for Kaylee Bush. Bush 2 for 2 there. And then Miller throws it away, trying to get it to Weesaw. Connolly, Hatfield gives to Scholes. Minute left, Scholes will try and kick that out. It was tipped by Hogan. Hatfield will try a three, no good. Bryan's got it. Under a minute in the first half, and Bryan's turns it over, trying to get it to Connolly. A 2-on-2 here, count that, and a foul for Decker. Hornets get a little too sped up, and they turn the ball over for their 15th time tonight. Second one against Brines. There's 44 and a half to go in the half. Decker with 1, 6 for 8 from the stripe on the year. That will rattle and drop as English will come take Miller out. Maybe an offense for defense sub here. Clock started a little early, and now a little bit of individual pressure, and they drop back, then get it ahead to Weesaw, who might be in a little trouble, but they get out of it. Kalamazoo will get into their set. Horns look. 10 to shoot for Hogan. Hogan hands off to Brines. Brines with 5 to shoot. Hogan 3 to shoot, gonna have to put one up. Arlington gets it off and missed everything. It'll be a shot clock violation with 11 and a half to go. Miller will come take English out the offense, defense sub, and Bailey's gonna come back in for Olivet. Get their best shooter on the floor in a three-point game. 10 seconds. Connolly. Hatfield over to Bailey. Bailey, clock running down, threw it up. Couldn't get it, and that will end the first half. 33-30 in favor of Kalamazoo as we take a look at the first half numbers. Olivet 11 of 38 from the field. Hornets 12 of 28. Comets 4 of 19, 21% from deep. Hornets 4 of 8. 50%. Comets 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Kalamazoo is 5 of 5. Why this game is as close as it is, if you're a Hornet fan, turnovers. Hornets with 15, which have led to 16 Olivet points. Comets with 8 turnovers, which have led to 9 Olivet points. Kalamazoo winning in the rebounding battle. 26 to 18. Our turnovers have kind of negated some of that advantage. As we look individually, Kaylee Bush leading the Comets with 8. Madison Bailey adding 6. The rebounding category, it's Lily Connolly with 4. Bush, Bailey, Ella Gaffkey, and Savannah Brewer with 2. Connolly also with 5 assists. Brewer adding 2. Foul trouble for Olivet. Bailey with 2. And Julia Decker, one of the starters, with 2. On the Hornet side, Sarah English leading them with 13 points. Jordan Weesaw adding 8. Kaylin Arlington with 7 rebounding category. Ruby Hogan leading with 7 rebounds. Arlington with 6. Hogan and Jackie Brines with 3 assists apiece, and Jordan Weesaw adding 2. Foul trouble for Kalamazoo. Brines with 2, and English with 2. And now we're going to take a short break. We'll be back with you soon for the second half of play. We got a close game here. Don't go anywhere. It's Kalamazoo 33, Olivet 30. We thank you all for tuning in. We hope you stay with us for the second half of this upcoming action. Let's go around the MIAA and other sports today. Men's basketball action. Calvin defeating Wheaton 77-54. Knights, who are ranked top 5 in America, improved to 7-0. Albion getting ready to tip off with Oberlin College soon. In women's basketball action, a little closer than you might expect. Trine leading St. Mary's 39-31 in the third period. Kalamazoo with a 33-30 lead over Olivet here. Hornets have first possession. They're trying to get English open on a flare screen. They do. She'll drive, trying to find Arlington, and much like the first half, a turnover. Comets racing the other way. Connolly leaves it to Bush. Hatfield driving, has the angle, floats with the right, no good. Arlington rebounds. Hornets get a first stop. Hogan in a bit of trouble, gave it to English. Brines lost it on the way up. Connolly throws a baseball pass ahead, and English, without even looking, managed to intercept the pass. Arlington leaves to English. English drives all the way to the rim and scores with the right. 15 tonight for Sarah English. She's got the first 2 of the half. Decker floats with the right and scores. Julia Decker, who had to sit the majority of that first half with the foul trouble, gets 2. Arlington will get to Brines, who will float and score. And we got a little bit of up and down now as Peter Sabiti telling the Comets to get moving. 3-0 good for Clara Scholes, and here come the Nets. Hogan, stop over to Weisoff from the mid-range. Just off to the right, bouncing off back iron. Connolly fouled in the lane. Hogan picks up her first, as Miller will come in, taking out English. Connolly flashes in, tries to go up with the right, couldn't get it. Bush the rebound to Hatfield, easy 2. Connolly struggles from the field, continue, but Hatfield and Bush having a really strong day. Brines gets it out to Miller. Miller turns it over. English will quickly come back in. Scholes floating, couldn't get it to go. Here comes Hogan the other way. Jump stop had it knocked away, and English eventually going to be fouled. It'll be the first foul on Clara Scholes. Scholes struggling from the field as well, 0 for 3 from deep. Olivet shooting-wise below their team average by quite a bit from deep. Hogan will drive, trying to find Weisaw. Instead, we'll go back to Brines, who comes back the other way, has the shot blocked by Hatfield. They're getting the shot clock fixed. Hogan Well, pump fake, back out to Arlington. It's a long two that came up short. Hogan, the offensive rebound, will kick out. Brines will get to a mid-range spot. We saw going to get another offensive rebound. Has to force it back the other way to save it from going out of bounds. Hatfield's got it. Will stop, float in and out. Hogan trying to find somewhere to go with it. Will stop, has some space. Gives up to English. English, downhill, fakes. A great find to Brines, and she finishes. With the foul, she will shoot one more. Second one against Hatfield. Brines will shoot one more. Buries it. 2 for 2 at the line tonight. 8 points for Jackie Brines. 6:20 to go, third quarter. Hornets leading by 6. Hatfield trying to work on Arlington. Kicks it out. Decker driving on Brines. Tough floater, no good. Tip out. Bush manages to save it. And then Brines tipped it over to Weesaw. Weesaw, a long pass. Hogan held on to it, and then with the reverse finishes. A long pass from Weesaw. Hogan caught it with one hand, managed to finish for 2. Scholes gonna quickly try mid-range, no good. Hornets rebound and will slow it back down. That's the first points of the day for Ruby Hogan. Hogan. Weesaw to Brines. And a foul gonna be whistled. Decker trying to take a charge. Instead will get called for the block. It'll be her third. Bailey and Malakinich come back in for Olivet. For the Hornets, it's Wickoff and it's Miller. Gafke also back in for Olivet. Wickoff feeds into Arlington, who just couldn't finish. This will be out of bounds, however, it will stay with the Hornets with an 8-point lead. Wickoff. They enter this to Arlington. Kick out Miller and an open 3. They go back to Arlington. Double team comes and she couldn't get it out to Wickoff. Comets race ahead and Gafke couldn't hold on to it. Turnovers both way. Kalamazoo sitting at 19. They've got 4 in this quarter. Olivet just turned it over for their 10th time today. Hogan stops, got it to Miller. Arlington to English. And she'll be fouled. First one on Christina Malakinich, the freshman out of Reed City High School. Brewer back in, will take out Connolly. English has 15 tonight, 2 of 2 from the stripe. Hornets 6 of 6 as a team from the line. And the first one rattles out. I'll take the blame for that one. English splits the pair. Gives the Hornets a 9-point lead. Malakinich leaves for Brewer. Banner in, Malakinich. Back up with the left, draws the foul. And so now Christina Malakinich will go to the line shooting 2. First one on Arlington. 4 of 8 from the line on the year. Entering today. This one goes. Before that one, she was 0 of 1 tonight. Five points tonight for Christina Malakinich. Make it 6. As Brines will enter, taking out Wyckoff. Hogan trying to weave through traffic. Throws a long one to Arlington, who then maybe a little too close for comfort. Rifled it back to Miller. Hogan gonna drive, dump down to Miller. Shot might have been altered by Gefke, and then a jump ball is gonna send this to the Comets. Four minutes to go in the third. Malakinich spinning through the lane, had it knocked away by Hogan. Bailey trying to find somewhere to go. They gave it to Bush. 10 to shoot, and then a foul, Arlington. It's the third one of the quarter on the Hornets. No free throws yet. It's the second personal on Arlington. We saw back in. They try and get it to Malakinich, and she's going to be fouled. It's the second one on Miller. Free throw missed. Malakinich now 2 of 4 from the line tonight. Hornets 43, Comets 36. That's no good. Miller with a rebound. It's going to be knocked away and stolen. Then a foul against Miller. It's her third, and now I believe the Comets are shooting. So Ella Gafke is to the line shooting 2. 0 for 2 from the stripe on the year. Drills the first. Olivet within 6. 3:38 to go, third period. Two of 2, we got a 5-point game. Hogan to Miller. Got it to Brines, they break the press. Hogan will drive, pick up her dribble. Swing it around the perimeter. English gonna have a drive and a foul and a basket. Sarah English now with 18. Third one on Bailey. English rattles out the free throw. And so we're at a 7-point game. Bailey turns it over, and Hogan's going to be fouled by Bailey. That's going to be her 4th. Olivet's leading three-point shooter and the only Comet with multiple threes tonight will have to come out with 4 fouls. Hogan's going to get to shoot 2 because of the bonus. It's just under 80%, 79.3. On the year, first free throw rattles out, no good. Hogan with just 2 points tonight, but 9 rebounds and 3 assists. Drains the second. Hornets lead by 8 with 3 minutes. And it is another turnover. Weesaw's got it. Racing up the floor, turns it back over. Gaffkey found Scholes, who managed to finish with 2:42 left. Hogan, Brewer tried to poke it from behind, couldn't. Miller's going to get an in-rhythm 3, in and out, just off the top of the rim. Comets going quickly the other way. Molakinich couldn't hold on to it. And a turnover. Olivet with their 13th turnover of the game. Kalamazoo sits at 21. As Arlington will come in and take out Miller. English has tied her career high in points tonight with 18. And she finds Weesaw, who just couldn't finish her on the rim. Hogan and Brines and Scholes fighting for the loose ball. We're going to get a foul call. Who's this going against? I believe it's going against Brines. It's the third one against Brines. So Molakinich will shoot 2. 2 of 5 tonight. First one is good. .206. This free throw is no good. This one's going to stay with the Comets. And Olivet's going to take a timeout. Don't go anywhere, folks. We still got 2:05 in another quarter. Kalamazoo leading Olivet 46-41. Comets looking for somewhere to go, and Scholes able to get the inbound pass. Brewer to Decker, floating and finishing. We got a 3-point game. Comets on a run to get right back into the thick of it. Hogan driving, and we'll pull it out. Arlington wanted down low. She's 3 points away from her 11th career double-double. Already at the 10 rebounds. We saw. Move it around the perimeter. Hogan finds Weesaw on the cut and the finish. Beautifully done from Hogan and Weesaw. 4th assist of the night for Hogan. We're back to a 5-point game. Brewer stops, stolen by Hogan. Brines, Hogan, they move it around. Hogan gonna drive, float, blocked away by Scholes. Connolly comes back in, taking out Brewer. Lisa gonna do it herself and couldn't finish. As a loose ball comes away to the Comets. Connolly racing up the floor, drops it off for Malakinich. 2 more. Hogan gets it in. About a 1.5 second difference between the shot and game clock. As Ryan Clark calling out 1 shot. Hogan being pressured by Ellie Baines. Under 10 seconds. Brines, English, 3 to shoot. Stopping, trying to find somewhere to go with it. Knocked away. As the game clock ran out. Most likely put time back on here. And they put 1.6 back on. Connolly's gonna get the running start and hoist it. That's gonna come up short. And we have played 3 quarters. We have a 3-point game, Kalamazoo and Olivet, in a game that has been fun as all can be, and we expect more. We go to the 4th. Hornets leading it, 48-45. Fourth and final quarter. Kalamazoo will possess first, leading by 3. Led by Sarah English, who's tied her career high with 18 points. Jordan Weesaw has 10. Arlington 3 points away from her 11th career double-double. Hogan tried to find Arlington, and it's a turnover. That's turnover number 23 for the Hornets. Malakinich in the paint, and they outrun Kalamazoo down the floor to make it a 1-point game. Brines, Arlington will slow down again. English, nobody near, straightaway 3, no good. Defensive rebound, Ellie Baines. Connolly to Decker. Back to Connolly, gonna give it to Malakinich. She's got 11 points. Decker couldn't finish. Arlington on the perimeter. We saw cutting through. Hogan gonna try and drive herself and then throws it away. Connolly is gonna have an easy two to give the Comets the lead. Oh no, she missed it. Rebound comes to Baines, who finishes. Ellie Baines gives Olivet a 49-48 lead. They've scored the first 4 of the fourth. Arlington trying to do it herself. English fakes. Arlington got it on the roll, draws the foul, no shot called. It's the second one on Christina Milakinich, who has picked up 11 points seemingly just by getting fouled and running the floor. We saw gonna draw another foul here, and she will go to the line for 2. I believe that's on Scholes. It's the second one on Clara Scholes. We saw will shoot 2. She's 2 of 2 from there tonight. And gets the first one. 11 points for Weesaw. Weesaw can't give the Hornets the lead. This is going to be out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hornets. Weesaw was able to tie it, couldn't convert to give the Hornets the lead. We saw to Brines. Arlington battling for position, drop step to the left, and she's fouled. It's the third personal on Milakinich. Foul trouble starting to creep into the Comets as Arlington will go to the line for 2 to give the Hornets the lead. Misses the first one. It was her first free throw attempt of the night. She's the leading free throw shooter on the Kalamazoo team, 80%. Needs one more to put the Hornets in front. Comes up short again, so Arlington misses them both. We remain tied at the 7:40 mark. Milakinich. Here, Decker the jumper, it's good, it's a long 2. Olivet's gonna drop back, get out of the press. Arlington, English, fighting for position, has it blocked, saved then, trying to get it to Weesaw, and then stolen away by Connolly. Connolly, with defenders pursuing, she's fouled. Connolly a little slow to get up. First one on Weesaw. Lily Connolly has yet to attempt a free throw today. 50% at the line this year. And that one rattles out. Just 4 points today for Olivet's leading scorer at 9.3 a game. 2 of 9 from the field, 0 for 3 from deep. Now 0 for 1 from the line. Make that 1 of 2. Gets her 5th point and makes the 3-point lead for the Comets. This is their largest lead of the day. We saw Brines to Hogan. They're trying to set Arlington up. We saw back to Hogan. Arlington's going to get a look for three, came up short. We saw threw it off of somebody in red, and then Hogan found Arlington, who can't finish. It'll be a jump ball. I believe this one's going to go to, the arrow showing Kalamazoo right now, but I believe it should be Olivet, and it is.
Jump ball, it will be Olivet basketball.
Connolly. Hornets need stops now. Baines drive, stop. Malakinich from the mid-range hits the jumper. .6:15 to go, 5-point game. Arlington. Brines has it stripped. All the momentum with the Comets right now. Scholes caught, fades away, couldn't get it. We saw dribbles in the pressure and then stepped out of bounds. It's the 25th Comet turnover. Decker stops, kicks out to Scholes. Baines, she traveled. So they turn it over right back the other way. It's the 15th turnover on the Comets. And now a timeout called by Kalamazoo. This fourth quarter has been all Comets. They've outscored the Hornets the entire way. 30-second timeout. Comets leading by 5. Hornets have it. Ryan Clark said before the game they've practiced the end-of-game situations a lot. Really need to hope they can get over the hump and get one of those close wins. They've lost some close games this year. English gets all the way downhill, has the shot blocked. It's going to stay on this end. Malakinich has been a force today, 13 points. A couple of block shots. They're trying to go to Arlington. Instead, they go over to Hogan. Hogan's got to put the shot up, doesn't in time. It's going to be a shot clock violation. .4:53 to go. Connolly to Malakinich. Scholes Payne's crossing over, gets downhill, no good. Brines comes away with the rebound. English looking for a three. Pump fake, now a jump stop. Gives to Brines, who managed to flip it up, couldn't finish. Olivet still pushing, about 4 minutes left. Connolly guarded closely by Hogan and fouled. Second one against Hogan. As Bush and Bailey come back in. Decker and Baines come out. Bush. Connolly couldn't hold on to it, now fades away and couldn't score. Hornets been outscored 9-1 in this quarter. English. Arlington. Around the perimeter they go. Hogan out to Brines. Under 10 to shoot. English gonna have to create for herself on the ground. And a jump ball is gonna be called, which is gonna give this to the Hornets. I believe with 1 or 2 left on the shot clock. They're going to say 2 seconds on the shot clock. Decker's going to come take out Bailey. They're trying to create Weesaw and then a kick. And that's going to reset it. The kick ball violation is going to reset the shot clock to 20 and give Kalamazoo fresh operating time. Couldn't get it to English. Hogan trying to force it to Weesaw. It's tipped out of bounds. .19 on the shot clock, 3:28 to go. Arlington got it into Hogan. English. And another kick. Will reset the shot clock again. And this Hornet possession getting even longer. Hogan. Will stop, try a long jumper, it's good for 2. Ruby Hogan with 5. We got a 3-point game, back to 1 possession as we approach the 3-minute mark. Connolly, downhill, gonna go all the way and score. Lily Connolly, who struggled from the field, gets up to 7. Brines. Drives, got downhill, couldn't finish. And Connolly will slow this down as we approach the 2.5 mark. And an illegal screen going to be called on Malakinik. That's her 4th. Critical turnovers. The Hornets end up able to get a stop. 16 turnovers for the Comets. English gets it, comes away, a three. Yes, it is good! With a whistle underneath. I don't know what it was. I know the basket counts. Arlington picks up a foul after the shot. So the three-point basket counts. It's a new career high for English with 21. Arlington picks up her third. It's a two-point game. And Olivet's going to take a timeout. Theatrics for this finish. Olivet has been in control majority of the fourth quarter, but the Hornets have it back within 2. 2:09 to go. Comets 56, Hornets 54. (56-54) Comets. Ryan Clark said before the game they have practiced these scenarios tons. Can they get one and get over the hump? Lakinich. They got the Scholes. And Bush is there to finish. Back to a 4-point game. English pops open, and she's fouled by Bush, and she will be shooting. Bush picks up her first. Decker's going to come back in. English shooting 2. 3 of 4 from the line tonight, 63% on the year. 22 for English. She goes 2 of 2. We're back to a 2-point game. 23 tonight for the senior out of East Lansing. Minute 40. Hornets need one more stop to get a chance to tie or take this lead. Bush, back baseline, stops. Connolly, open, gonna try and drive again. Near the rim, floats and scores. Lily Connolly showing why she's the leading scorer on the year for the Comets. She's got 9, that matches her average. We're back to a 4-point game. Hogan, English, pump fakes, gonna step back. Now Arlington. English gonna step into a 3, in and out. Hogan pressuring Connolly the length of the court. 50 seconds. Double team comes. Weesaw went for the steal, and Hogan nearly had it. I believe they actually, I don't know if they had the foul before the timeout or not. Olivet took a 30-second timeout, 45.8 to go. There's 20 showing on the shot clock. As far as I see it, there was no foul called on Hogan before the timeout. If you're looking at free throw shooters, the best one on Olivet is Bush at 76.2. They're just a 60% free throw shooting team. Bush at 76, as you just mentioned. Malakinich was 4 of 8 entering tonight. Connolly, you'd imagine, so they want to get to. It's knocked away by Hogan. That'll move the Comets further into the backcourt. Connolly has it, immediately double teams. Now Malakinich gives it up, they get it back to Connolly. They're sending the double team. Bailey turns it over. So the Hornets get the turnover they need. And Kalamazoo's going to take a timeout. 31.7, they trail by 4. Hornets, you would think, will have this in possession of Sarah English somehow. She's got 23 points tonight, 4 of 6 from deep. They advance the basketball with the timeout. 31.6, Hogan comes to get it. They need a basket. English gets it back. Clock continuing to tick, approaching 20 seconds. English finds Weesaw, and she traveled. Bailey back in for the Comets. Miller in for the Hornets in offense-defense with Arlington, and a timeout being taken now by the Comets. 18.3, Hornets trailing by 4. Comets in a line formation with Connolly back under the basket. They get it to Malakinich. She's fouled immediately by Miller. Comets not in the bonus yet. Hornets will have to foul one more time. That was the 4th on Miller. They're trying to get it to Connolly. They do. Back to Bush. That's who they want to have it, and she's fouled by English. English picks up her third. Bush is 3 for 3 from the line tonight, 76% as we mentioned. As Decker and Arlington come back in. 13.3, you would imagine Kalamazoo thinking a quick triple here, or at least something downhill towards the rim. First free throw falls in. And Kalamazoo going to take their final timeout, 13.3. You would imagine they're drawing something up to get a quick three from English. Comets 13 seconds away from their first league win. They lead at 62-56. On the upcoming schedule for the Olivet Comets, they will travel to Worcester this upcoming Tuesday. Rather, correction, this upcoming Wednesday. Their next league game will be next Saturday when they are at home to take on the Bulldogs of Adrian College on the Hornets side. They will have a road game on Tuesday when they travel to the University of Northwestern Ohio. That replaces the Grace Christian game that was scheduled for last Saturday, was canceled. Their next home game will be next Saturday when they host the Yellow Jackets of Defiance College. Next league game for the Hornets will be on January 3rd when they travel to St. Mary's. They got to go quickly here and get a quick shot. They deny Hogan. Clock running now. Hornets got to go quick. Hogan going to drive all the way to the rim and score. As we're going to get a whistle of 4.8 showing on the clock. Did it run a little long? Going to give Olivet a chance to bring and Olivet's going to take their last timeout. 6.2 seconds to go. They lead it by 4. .2 seconds. They throw this into Bailey. She's fouled immediately by English. And Bailey will go to the line for 2. 2 of 5 from the line this year, 4.5 seconds, however. Kalamazoo's going to need quite a lot to go right for them to pull this one off. One free throw essentially means no chance at all, and Bailey puts it in. The Comets are going to improve to 2-5 on the year, 1-2 in league play. Kalamazoo will drop to 0-7, 0-3 in league play during Ryan Clark's first season. Second free throw good. Another close game, however, it's going to be another close game loss for Kalamazoo. Hogan will go to English, who will just have to hoist one. And that will do it. Comets come away with a win. 64-58 over Kalamazoo College. But as we look at the final numbers, Comets going 37% from the field to the Hornets 38. 4 of 20 for 3 to Kalamazoo's 5 of 13. They hit enough free throws to close it out. They were 14 of 21 on the day. Kalamazoo 11 of 16. Turnovers really telling the story. Hornets with 29 of them to Olivet's 17. Kalamazoo out-rebounded them 45 to 34. So you look at the individual numbers. Christina Malakinich kind of coming out of nowhere, only averaging 3 points a game to enter the year, scores 13. The leading scorer for the Comets, Kaylee Bush adding 12, Julia Decker and Lily Connolly with 9 apiece. Ellie Baines with 7 rebounds, Connolly with 5. Connolly also with 7 assists. Baines, Savannah Brewer, Clara Scholes, and Malakinich each with 2. On the Hornet side, Sarah English sets her new career high with 23 points. Jordan Weesaw with 11, Jackie Brines adding 8. Kaylin Arlington with 11 rebounds, Ruby Hogan adding 9. Weesaw with 5. In the assist category, Hogan with 5. Weesaw with 3, and Brines with 3. We're just going to wrap this broadcast up. Remind you, our next broadcast will be a week from today on Saturday when the Kalamazoo women's basketball team will be back at home to take on Defiance College. But signing off from now from Tisch Loveless Court inside the Anderson Athletic Center, my name is Zach Metz. We thank you all for tuning in and have a great afternoon.